All right, everyone. I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there have probably experienced one of the events that we're about to go through. We've done it a few times, but this one is going to be a little bit different. Why is that, Jose?
Because everything has to go. Every piece of Lego, the city, box sets, everything you see behind us, it all has to go.
And why is that, Jose?
Because we're going to be getting a new Lego spot. We're going to be getting a brand new Lego spot. So we have to pack everything up.
Yes, we're actually moving.
Yes. Now, we have done a little bit of this, prior to us really getting back into Lego. We were in the dark ages. We did have some sets and some things, and they weren't difficult to move. But now that we're like all in, we got a large amount of Lego that we're going to have to move now. It's going to be way different.
Yes. So we're going to try to figure out, obviously, box sets, super easy, can go into a box. But we're going to have to figure out how we're going to pack our Lego city
Yes.
and all of the other built sets that we have, especially this big guy back here.
Yeah, so if you've been watching our videos, obviously you see what's behind us, right? We've done reviews, we have a Lego City. If you've seen some of those videos, links will always be in the description. But there are other mocks, there are other stuff that we have also built that we're gonna have to try to figure out how we can get it from point A to point B without being destroyed. That's the main part about doing this. And we thought we're gonna film it because maybe eventually you will be in that same position and maybe there's some information that we can pass along on how we got our move done.
Yeah, so we're gonna cross our fingers
Yeah, yeah.
that everything that's built gets there,
Yeah.
maybe in at least one or two pieces,
Yeah, no
if
massive
not in its
casualties.
whole, but who knows? We're gonna
Yeah.
have to wait and see.
Yeah. Now, you see what's behind us. You don't see what's on the other side of the camera. So we're going to be showing you the first room that we're going to tackle. It is going to be over several videos, and the reason to that is we don't want to put a 3-hour video out there. It's going to be insane. So it will be over a couple of videos. We're going to film this first spot that we're going to tackle, and you can see why we're like, oof, we got to get going. Oh, and by the way, we have a month. That's not really a lot of time in like human now time zones. It's fast. So we have a month to pull this off.
Yep, so you're gonna come along with us on this journey and
Yeah.
see how successful
Yeah.
we can be.
All right, let's start filming this room. And welcome to this disaster. Okay, so let's take you through some of the information. So as you walk in to the room, it is quite packed. This is one of the things that we're going to be solving in the new Lego space because we have our 3D printers here. We have our UV printer in here. And then obviously Lego. Now, in the beginning, this was just a Lego room. And then we got into 3D printing for Lego. Then we got into the UV printing for Lego. And so this has been a little bit of a catch-all room. So we have a ton of sets that are boxed and a ton of sets that are also built. So if the good old camera lady can look right here. So we have a Billy bookcase with a lots of Speed Champions, and we have a ton of botanical sets as well. Now behind, and I'll go ahead and throw some B-roll because the chair has to move. Behind there, we have another Calyx shelf with also some pre-built sets. And then down here below the UV printer, we have some more boxed sets. Yeah. It's gonna get even worse. Well, not worse. It's worse in a good way. I don't know. Now these are the sets right here. We're not necessarily afraid of moving. Pretty much the helmets, any of this type of stuff, isn't really going to be too bad. It's going to be Barad-dûr that's going to be difficult, even though it comes in apart in 3 pieces. But if you've built it, all of these little tiny pieces have to be very careful with those. And then the AT-AT. Now the AT-AT, same thing. It shouldn't be very difficult to move, but we've figured out some ways. We're actually going to be using a lot of our HEB bags. We've been collecting HEB bags. We love HEB. It's our local grocery store here in Texas. And we've been collecting bags, and we're going to be using those bags because we don't want to use saran wrap and then throw it away. Another cool thing about HEB after you use their bags, you can take them back to the store and they'll recycle them. So that we love that about it. So we may put some bags around the AT-AT's legs to contain the pieces and parts and whatever. We're figuring this out. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, let's just address something really quick. We have a lot of open shelves. We're not going to have that in the new house or the new Lego setup. The reason why is we knew we were going to be moving and we wanted to lessen the amount of sets that we had built already. So we kind of held back a little bit on building. There's so many things we want to build, but we just haven't gotten to that point because we're trying to make it as efficient as possible. Be nice to us in the comments. I think we all have this issue. I'm sure of it. But it's a bit egregious. Okay, it's a bit egregious.
It's
so
called our backlog.
This is a part of our backlog. Okay, anyways. So let me turn the light on. This is our backlog. So we have Star Wars, we have Creator 3-in-1s, Speed Champions, you name it, it's probably in this closet, to be honest with you. This is going to be the easy part. Now, we are going to be boxing the boxed sets. And the reason to that is, number one, we don't want the outside boxes to be destroyed if we are going to be keeping them. We don't know which ones we want to really keep or which ones we don't want to keep. So that's number one. Number two, it's just much easier. If you've ever been in the store during a Lego release and you're carrying all of these boxes, it's so difficult. So we're just going to be placing them in a box to make it easy to move. So now the next thing is starting to box all of this stuff up. So, you ready, camera lady? Any info? Any info you want to give, camera lady?
I hope we have enough boxes.
You know what? Good idea. How many boxes do you think is going to be in this room? How many boxes are we getting? And we're only talking about boxed sets, right? How many boxes do you think?
Put it down in the comments. What's
Let us
your
know.
guesses?
My guess, I'm thinking more than likely about 15 boxes. Medium size, maybe to the large size. What do you think?
I don't even know.
Throw a number out there. We'll see.
I'll say total, regardless of size, 30 boxes.
Yeah, you might be right. Because you know what? I want to figure in how many of the built sets are going to be going into boxes as well. So I would, 30 is probably a really good thing. So anyways, let's get to work. OMG. Looking at it from the outside is completely different than stacking everything here and seeing it like this. Now, this is just from the closet. That is all that this was in the closet, which, by the way, pretty decently sized closet if you ask me. But yes, this is just the closet. Now, earlier Michelle said that we would more than likely have 30 boxes. Yeah, I think we're gonna hit that 30 box mark. So we pulled everything out of the closet. We're gonna now box this stuff up and then continue with stacking the rest of the sets. But holy moly, this is a ton. Oh, and by the way, absolutely zero regrets. Okay, so here is the starter of the pile. We're going to try to line as many boxes around here and a little bit over here to the right-hand side. So this is our first box, our first official box that we put together. Now, we decided that we're not going to be putting the UCS sets in boxes because they're pretty much big boxes already. But everything else that's small that can fit in a box and we can put multiple in there just to make it easier on ourselves, we are going to definitely box those up. So, all right, got to keep packing.
So, not sure if Jose mentioned it, but we're trying to actually pack all the boxes by themes. So, as you can see here, this is nothing but Star Wars.
Now, when Michelle and I have done multiple moves before, and so we always try to get boxes that have handles, which this actually works out great. And the only problem is when you're packing the boxes, trying to make sure that you have enough actual clearance so that you can utilize these handles. Yeah, this is the first time thing thinking about handles on boxes and how to actually set them up. But I think we're doing okay right now, and we're still utilizing the maximum space in this box. So hey, it's a learning process. All right, so now we are at 4 boxes, and we called a little bit of an audible. So boxes like this that are just really large sets, I think we're going to go ahead and just leave these out of the box. You could pretty much fit maybe one with maybe some small stuff in there. We are going to have some help anyway, so we'll have plenty of hands to take these sets upstairs or whatever, or wherever we're going to be putting them at. So yeah, audible called, not going to be boxing these. Okay, so it is the next day. And we have cleared out all of the Lego that we had right here. And if you don't remember, that was just from the closet. So now let's take a look at the boxes. Uh, yeah, we got, let me turn the light on for you guys so you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, so we got a ton of boxes. We haven't done a count, which we will do a count at the very end. We were saying that room was going to probably more than likely have 30. So we're still kind of thinking that it's going to be 30. Now, just to reiterate something, we did decide again not to put certain sets in boxes because we just don't feel that we need to necessarily do that. And here's kind of our thinking. Anything that's not in a box, we will be moving because, of course, we want to make sure that nothing ends up getting damaged during the move, especially the outside boxes or the boxes that are not in boxes. And well, the reason to that is we do want to keep some of these boxes like Rivendell and, just there are certain boxes that we do want to keep. So those things we will be moving ourselves, so we're not going to have to worry about them getting, scuffed up or anything like that during the move. So yeah, okay, we got to keep going, keep boxing stuff up. Let's keep it going.
Now, because the Speed Champions are kind of small and compact, we're going to go ahead and pack them here into these quart Ziploc bags. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to start out here. And just in case you didn't know, all of our Speed Champions, they already have the driver already included inside so that we don't lose any of the pieces that go with it. And look at that, it fits perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and zip it shut. And there we go. So now a whole bunch more to go. And just like that, our Speed Champions are now packed.
We've been packing over the last couple of days, dealing with IRL stuff and then also trying to pack as efficiently as possible. And I think the room is 100% complete. And I say I think because I want to say that there is maybe one set that I haven't bagged out yet. And then also there are a couple of sets that are not going to be bagged because of how large they are. And I'm pretty sure you can guess which ones those are. Now, the HEB bags that we've been collecting over the last year have came in absolutely clutch. They are working perfectly for wrapping sets. And the reason why we did this is we really didn't want to have any waste. We were thinking about doing the saran wrap type thing, but you're not really going to reuse the saran wrap. So we didn't want to just have like a bunch of waste. So you can probably tell the shape. That is the Superstar Destroyer right there. And then that was a part of the 25 years of Lego Star Wars. We got some Millennium Falcons in there. Everything has been placed and jinged in a way that it's not really going to move around too much. Now going over to this next box, we have the Starship Collection. Again, same thing, Jenga in there. The next box over, I really don't remember what's in this box, but they're all pre-built sets, so hey, yay. Now coming over to this one right here, this is the Lionite Castle. You really can't do anything. You just put the Lionite Castle in a box and it's good to go. Now slightly over to here, if you remember the setup that we had of all of the Star Wars helmets, these are all of the Star Wars helmets individually bagged. Again, HEB bags coming in clutch. Same thing, jingled in a way that they're not really going to move around too much, so we shouldn't have any destruction when it comes to that. A little bit further down, all this stuff right here was on the two Billy bookcases that we had while you were entering the Lego studio. So everything is put into here, and then we have a 3D printed vase. Now we have box full of Speed Champions. You saw Michelle putting that away and bagging all of that good stuff. And then we have here a box full of our brickheads, and super simple. We just bagged them just kind of easily, not anything crazy. They're super small, so they were like the easiest thing to bag up, to be honest with you. And then right here, again, same exact thing. We got the 3-in-1 dragon, the dragon from the Dungeons and Dragons set. Yeah, just everything kind of put in there. Whether it's going to be medium or large boxes together, we have 11 boxes. You can kind of tell how they are stacked. I just kind of maneuver a little bit over here. You really can't maneuver too much because the walkway is pretty tight. But we have 11 boxes, which is not bad at all. I thought it was going to be way more than that, but we were able to really stack the boxes well. Michelle was Tetrising everything in there. She did a fantastic job getting everything to just really fit well. Now, again, we talked about these sets that were just very large. It just didn't make any sense to put one or two sets in a box. That would be a waste of a box. Trying to be as efficient as possible and not waste any boxes at all. So these sets will just go ahead and take over there, like the way that they are. So here are the two Billy bookcases. Let's get this over here. So here are the two Billy bookcases. So those are completely empty. I know it still looks like a mess, but it's an organized mess. I know exactly what things need to be messed with, what needs to be, packed and not packed and all of that good stuff. So over here, there was the Calyx shelf that had a bunch of sets in there that is completely cleared out. And then if we move over to this side, we have the Calyx shelving that is also completely cleared out. Let me close this door. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so all the Calyx shelving, every single pre-built set is packed. Okay, so let's go ahead and address the issues with these sets right here. These two right here, pretty self-explanatory. They're going to be easy just for me to go ahead and carry in my lap or place it somewhere in the car. No issues at all. Barad-dûr, we are going to split into 3 pieces. I'm going to hand carry the bottom because there's so many tiny little pieces that can fall off. And putting those back in the right place is going to be quite difficult. The other 2 pieces will sit inside of a box and they'll be perfectly fine. I think it's going to be okay to transport the set like that. Now, when it comes to the AT-AT, it's just huge. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. It's massive. And placing it into a box is really not going to help. It's going to slam against the sides. There are going to be pieces that are going to fall off. I'm also going to hand carry that one. So we'll hand carry the Barad-dûr in one run, and then the second run, I'll hand carry the AT-AT. It's worth it. It's a great set, so I have no problems hand carrying it. All right, so if we come over here to the closet, which was the biggest thing that we had, it has been completely cleared out. Let me put this light on. There we go. It's been completely cleared out. Now, obviously, I'm going to go ahead and break these shelves down. We're going to reuse these shelves. We're going to find a closet in the new house, and we're going to go in the new Lego Studio new house. We're just going to put those bad boys in there and reuse them just like they were being used here. Thank you for joining us along on this journey. I'm going to call this controlled chaos. It is a learning experience trying to figure out how to make sure that you're efficient as possible to move pre-built sets, and every set has a different footprint and you're trying to figure out how to fit those things. It's just impressive the way that you just all of a sudden come up with something and it works, and it's just like, ooh, pat on the back, we're actually making some movement. So we've gotten this room cleared out. This is not the end of it. We have the city to pack. We have the backlog of the city, which is as crazy. We have all of our parts, and then we have a little area where we have extra sets that we just were holding on to, that we found that were extremely cheap, and we just went ahead and picked up. Now, whether we're going to build those or not, I don't know, but oh, it we still have a lot left to do. Thank you if you enjoyed. Oh, well, thank you, thank you. Uh, if you made it this far, thank you. If you want to go ahead and see how the rest of this unfolds, the new house slash Lego studio, all of that good stuff, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like. Let me know in the comment sections below, have you had to do a full-on Lego move and what that turned out for you and how fun or not fun that was? Let me know in those comment sections below. Here's another thing that I got to say this. We have a ton of Lego. Yes, we have a huge backlog. We got a bunch of build sets. We have a city, all that other stuff. Do Michelle and I have regrets? Nah, not even a pinch, not even a pinch of regrets. We love Lego, and this is all worth it. Anyways, while you're out there looking for Lego, hunting for those perfect sets for you, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.